Well, the aim is always for inspiration. The aim is to be, is for creativity to flow within oneself. The aim is to inspire. Within this context, I create my films because I'm a working person. I work every day. I put in 10 hours a day. I work 4 days. I'm off 3. With my spare time, I create my films. I'm not in films to make money. I'm not in this in film as a business. I'm in it for a inspirational field because that's just how Hollywood has inspired me. I've been inspired to create imaginatively. I am shooting back that same creativity, that same imaginative feel. I put in the work that I believe is necessary for this to be. If I was in it for money, well, of course I would be just like there was a time I was. I tried to do that, but I've come to realize that it's not my aim anymore. My aim is to make films as cheap as I can, but I want them creative and I want them imaginative, and I hope that they would help inspire others, young and old. That's my aim. Okay, this is part of the go motion process here of one of my puppets that's in my film. This one here is called Dalton. He's being set up. I'm setting him up here so I can put him behind a green screen so we can do some effects with him. Make him move in part of what I call the continued puppet motion. When he's talking, he'll be holding his hat, talking to his employer, moving his hat around. This is a go motion, not a go motion, but a continued motion process. I got him set up here. Here's the camera. The lights. Got him strapped down. Action. I just tried to scare him off there, Bart. I tell you, it was him. It was Monroe. I recognize him. Bart. I had run-ins with him. Before. I've seen him before, Bart. Okay. I just tried to scare him there, Bart. That's all. But I recognize him. That was Monroe. I had run-ins with him before. That's right, Bart. I had run-ins with him before. I recognize him. I surely did. Individuals that are prone to be inspired are children. I hope to inspire the adults as well. I don't try to just aim at one sect of persons or peoples or age group. I intend to put it out there for all to consume. Everybody can be inspired. He's in the house today.
I am in the house. Not dressed up like a cowboy, but I will be one soon.
That's right.
And we're doing voiceover work, pre-production.
Oh, let me get my script.
We need a script because I have no clue what I'm going to say.
No clue.
But it's going to be good, we hope. Or else I'm going to get fired from this movie and probably won't be in the next one. So
well, we'll see
what we can do.
Okay. All right.
You stepped on the cable and it started making a noise.
Oh,
we're better.
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
You didn't know it was going to have a hip-hop soundtrack too. I'm doing the beatboxing for this.
These are the characters. The first one is Sid. He's like a young guy in his 20s.
Okay.
Smokey, I don't whatever we can come up
It's
with.
Smokey, that would.
Then we got Danto. Then we got Mo. Mo's the guy you're going to be tortured in the beginning.
I'm going to be torturing Mo.
Yeah, so he's going to be
Torturing
kind of
Mo.
scared. Then there's going to be like guys in the background that's going to be shooting at Sid Carson. They're kind of like sheriff, bounty hunter, stuff like that. They're just like.
I can see this guy being a big, heavy-set kind of character, you know, just like you got
Who was the kid?
you got your big guy with Jed Lake, you know, and the enforcer kind of guy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know his role in the story, obviously, but
I'm listening to you. Smokey.
Smokey too.
Smokey 2. Still want to know who the kid was.
Okay. That is the
Right, next one is what you want to do with him now, Jed.
Is that how you want it said?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, work with it any kind of way you want.
What you want to do with him now, Jed? What you want to do with him now, Jed?
Probably the second one, so we can try it.
Any kind of way you want.
What you want to do with him now, Jed?
Edit like that. It's too raspy at the end.
What you want to do with him now, Jed?
See if the second one sounds good.
Yeah,
Pitch.
work with it any kind of way you want. What you want to do with him now, Jed? What you want to do with him now, Jed?
You want to go again?
Yeah, work with it any kind of way you want. What you want to do with him now, Jed? What you want to do with him now, Jed? I mean, yeah, work with it any kind of way you want.
Let's do one more take.
What you want to do?
Don't need to waste the time. We'll do
I
it.
mean,
We spend a lot of time with gadgets like iPods, phones, computer stuff. In the days of the 1800s, Western days, they didn't have very much to spend their time on. So those little things that we have, they don't have. So anything that they get or deem important can cut ties, can cut friendships, sometimes combine allies with people that they never would have talked to in the beginning. Depends. This film is structured around those ideas. Something that these men will harden in their very being. That's what's different about this movie compared to my other films. I can compare this to Rattlesnake Creek, so to speak. I didn't use any green screens for Rattlesnake Creek, which is a visual difference that you'll notice probably, those who've seen it. In this film, I've decided to try to build a few sets, combine a few miniature sets, and a live action to create the environment of the men on the range. This film here is basically a film about the men and their desire to have something. And they will go to any length to get that something. Right, I got pop.
Right here, pop it. Bam.
Yeah.
Bam.
You got it. Back. All right. Action.
Look at it. Make sure it's good, because I got red shit all over my face.
As a filmmaker, I've come a long way compared to what happened, where I'm at now. It all started for me back in '79 when I made my first film. I called it The Murderer. It was about a little doll. At this particular time, I really knew very little about film other than what I read about it. When I made the sequel, I learned how to edit. Now, as things as things have went forward many years, the filmmaker I am now, I have transformed into an imaginative, creative filmmaker. That's who I am now. I was a filmmaker in the beginning. I was out to make money, like anybody else. I wanted to make my mark in Hollywood. I no longer seek this desire. This desire has been used as fertilizer for imaginative creativity. I use that same energy that I just spoke of to promote my films on a free level deal. That's the filmmaker I am. To use the internet as a part of my distributing, to use DVDs as the second half of my distributing, to distribute around my social neighborhood, and to plant seeds here, to be responsible as a human being and to be responsible as a filmmaker, and hope that these things that I do will be, in a good sense, fertilizer for others to grow in the place that they're at. I don't expect my films to go outside Wichita and be really big. I'm not expecting that. I'm right here. I don't expect it actually to go on the other side of Wichita, much less out of Wichita. I expect it to be contained in the neighborhood and to fertilize the neighborhood. And just like if you would walk in a field and you would see this one spot where this certain item is growing and it just prospers there. That's me as a filmmaker. I am there in a small spot, planning in a small area, and I hope that that it'll grow. That this area here will, and I will grow as one, and the people in it will be prosperous. That's who I am as a filmmaker. Okay, we got you going. Now, just what you do: you back up into your crouch. I'll go bang, and then you get startled, turn around, you start on this side right here. Well, what's different about this internet art film is that in this here, I can compare this to Rattlesnake Creek, so to speak. I didn't use any green screens for Rattlesnake Creek, which is a visual difference that you'll notice from those who have seen it. In this film, I've decided to try to build a few sets, combine a few miniature sets, and a live action to create the environment of the men on the range.
I'm the only trouble you're gonna have if you don't get back to the real Comanche village. I'm the only trouble you're gonna have if you don't get back to the real Comanche village. I'm the only trouble you're gonna have.